Why, given everything that we, humankind, have going for us, does it seem so impossible to live out a peaceful life here on earth? Instead, we feel compelled to live life at top speed, to burn at our brightest day in and day out. In this stress-filled world we have created, our life choices are leading us more towards a nearly burnout than a long and satisfying and fulfilling life. But what if we could change all that? What if life is not, as it often seems, out of our control and in the hands of fate and circumstance, but our very own, to fashion according to our needs and to live exactly as we feel is right? We now have paths that will guide us to peace, paths that will give us an escape route from stress and learn a truly peaceful life. Letting go. Think of desire as fire. A little will warm, too much will burn. One cannot simply be first in everything. We must learn not to spoil those things we have with our overwhelming desire for those things we don't have. Consider life as a consequence of cause and effect, and never rely upon luck. Do not waste an entire life in pursuit of a few golden moments. An armed individual is invariably tempted to try his strength. Time is yours for the taking. Take your peaceful share of time. Our ears hear and our eyes see. What then does our mind do? We must not throw away precious time by lusting after things. Our first teacher is our own heart. A single disturbed thought creates 10,000 distractions. Only a fool will burn his bed to catch a flea. Get a reputation as an early riser, and you can stay in bed until noon. It is never wise to allow your goat to become your gardener. Instinct is stronger than upbringing. Give neither counsel nor salt until you are asked for it. A throne is only a decorated bench. A hungry person is an angry person. A friend's eye is a good mirror. Luck seeks its person. Your life is yours now for the living. Meet life peacefully with a smile. A peaceful life will never last if spent only in peaceful contemplation of the past. Be full of life, full of energy, full of vivid aspiration. There can be no peace while our every waking thought is preoccupied with the belief that we must live a profitable life. Sometimes the answers are in the tones of waterfalls. Peace is its own echo. Those who have lived a peaceful life have little fear of death and can meet it calmly. Gaining experience is rarely a peaceful experience. One does not create a new life simply by trying to forget the old life. A peaceful life takes new spirit, new values. Mankind is not naturally a peaceful soul. We spend our lives driven to possess things and then worry about losing them once we have them. Most will go through life not knowing the limits of their abilities. Ask, what am I running away from? Ask, what am I shutting my eyes to? What is my beauty, my pain, my evil, my strength, and my joy? The majority of mankind is passive. We simply lie down and let things happen to us. Accept life for what it actually is, a challenge. For some, the achievement of a single day's work will last for eternity. Fight only for what is right and fair, and give help to those who need it. Recognize that there is no higher pleasure than that of surmounting difficulties. Above all, trust yourself. We must not build our emotional life on the weaknesses of others. We must ask ourselves if we are the kind of self that we will be happy to live with all our life. Interest your heart in everything, and your life will be filled with adventures. Forethought wins. If we fear what lies in the path, we will never move forward. Much of life is spent fearing what was never there in the first place. We cannot lead a peaceful life until we learn to bear life's ills, rather than allow ourselves to be overcome by them. Adversity is the frost of life, impressive in its moment and gone with a little warmth. Let go of the cliff, die completely, and then come back to life. After that, you cannot ever be deceived. If everyone is born a king, why do so many opt to die in exile? Most of the shadows of this life are caused by standing in one's own sunshine. Many a life is wasted by being too sensitive. A little bit of worry each day, adds up to years over a lifetime. This life is for you. A peaceful life is ours when we find work that we love to do. Many a life is spent just earning a living. The secret of a peaceful life is not just doing what you like, but to like what it is that you are doing. To like what it is that you are doing. Each day, treat everything as though you are seeing it for the very first time. Between the wish and the thing, life lies waiting. A moment spent trying to do too many things is a moment lost. Plan to be less than you are capable of being. We don't have to be the best, only to do our best. There is enough tragedy in the world. Why intentionally bring more into your own life? The happiness that we pass to others is happiness we gain. We gain strength from the temptation that we resist. Do the right deed and do it for the right reason. Live with intent. If you think you can do something, then do it with all your heart. Belief is the key. Never tell a child that something is impossible, for that child might surprise you. Those with good fortune do not necessarily have good sense. You may go through your life feeling incompetent, but you cannot live by incompetence alone. When we learn to tackle problems with what is within our power to do, then we stand a chance of success. Mankind has the ability to elevate his life by his endeavours. God isn't interested in our ability, only our availability. They are able because they think they are able. Abilities are something we all have in common. The thing that makes us different from others is how we use our abilities. When you arrive at a peaceful life, nothing can draw you back. Too much zeal spoils everything. Our freedom to pick and choose is laced with difficulty. The ultimate path is without difficulty. There is an old Zen saying that compares Zen to gold and dung. Before you understand it, it's like gold. Once you understand it, it's like dung. Strength of belief is to be admired only if those displaying it can also show the grounds of their belief. Don't allow your exuberance to block out the light needed for your journey. Knowledge is the light, and exuberance without knowledge is a journey in darkness. We should view youth as a quality we all have, not treat it as something that circumstance has taken from us. A long way through the journey of life, we start to learn the limits of our abilities. We can show what we are capable of through our work. Never start what you do not understand. Never leave undone that which you can do. Why is it that we wish to do what we see others doing, even if we would not do it well ourselves? Some people would prefer to be wrong for a lifetime than quiet for a moment. Two wrongs will not make a right. Curiously, those who cannot endure being in the wrong are most frequently the ones who are. As Mark Twain said, never do wrong when people are looking. Far better to suffer wrong than do it. Which is preferable? To accept that we will be sometimes cheated, or to go through an entire lifetime not trusting at all? Those who have some belief appear to cross over from this life more peacefully than those with no belief at all. It is ludicrous to go through life in search of peace, believing that we are only able to find it in death. Find your stillness in the peace of wild things. Do not tax your life with forethought of grief. Find peace in the presence of still water. Often, patience achieves far more than force. It's not just you. Everyone feels down occasionally. Feeling discouraged is perfectly normal. Even sadness can be a friend sometimes. Each and every human being has passing moods of dissatisfaction with life. It is the human condition. At times of loss, grief is the best release. Anxiety and panic disrupt the lives of many. Recognize the symptoms of your anxiety and get to know the root causes. Certain fearful thoughts may quickly trigger anxiety or panic. An unpeaceful life is filled with reminders of anxious times. Take action today and begin to experience the peace and hope that life has to offer you. Read books. Any time is a wonderful time to begin anything at all. We are all striving for a peaceful life, but some of us work 3 times as hard and try to buy it with our sweat and blood. Some of us are so determined to live that we're ready to die for it. We will never know who our true friends are until we call out in times of adversity. Those that hold us down stay down themselves. Never let evil see evil. Therein destruction lies. We must learn to find the peace that lies in each dark and tragic moment. Everything can change in a moment. There was never yet a philosopher that could endure the toothache patiently. Surround yourself with positive influences. whether in the forms of people, inspirational music, or writings. Well, I'm doing something else.